I'm going to be painting in Italy in a couple of days, and I'm still not sure which painting setup I'm going to take. And honestly, I've got two very good options. It's basically just a choice between features and sheer portability. With the Edge Pro gear, this is going to be the one that's way more feature rich. Everything pretty much is magnetically attached. The tin cup that you put your terps in, it's got magnets at the bottom, so it clings immediately to the side tables, which are also magnetically attached to the easel itself via little strips that are adhered to the edges and profile of the easel itself. The actual metal brackets that hold the canvas up are also magnetically attached. They're made of metal, and so the wood inserts the wood has magnetic inserts inside as well as strips. So you have the option with this easel to either put your own little temporary magnetic strip on the back and have it just cling immediately to the panel, to the easel, or you can use the brackets and just flip them over. One side is flat, the other side has a hook, so it'll just lay down seamlessly for folding and travel. And when you flip it back over, you'll use that to tension the canvas in place. Another really great thing about the Edge Pro easel is the paint box, which is one of their cooler little innovations from Edge. It's just a simple clamping table that goes to the tripod. It just attaches to one of the legs via tension, and with a very simple, fold open, you've got extra little table space. Typically, I keep my brushes on here, maybe a napkin, my phone, things like that. But obviously, this setup is, while it's way more like luxurious and much more closely mimics my actual studio situation, this is going to be more cumbersome for travel and all of that. The New Wave Yugo post-shot box, by contrast, is just about as pared down as you can possibly get. There is similarly a tension-held canvas system, except with this one it is on the top and bottom, so you also have the added benefit of gravitational assistance instead of just the tension. There's slots on both sides of this easel for side tables, but I only have one. The little kit that I bought just came with one, which I was very happy with. Originally, and the side table similarly attaches to the body of the easel magnetically. This one's a little bit different in that there's two components. There's a sort of metal bracket and then the actual wood piece themselves. And both of the wood contacts, the easel and the table, both have magnetic inserts, so they make contact with the metal immediately and just cling. With this setup, I also have to get another set of brushes, a new set of brushes that are shorter handle, but also okay for oil paint. And this system did come with this little rubber band kind of hold in place thing, but I lost it at some point, unfortunately. But luckily for me, a little hair tie is all that you need to just kind of like keep it in place. So I just use a hair tie, and I tie it around the perimeter of the bottom, so it just holds the ends of the brush in place, and I can pick them up and just plop them down very, very easily. And then I also use the hook mechanism for these two little empty jars so that I have space to put either medium or my terps. Since I'm probably not going to be able to bring a tin with me if I chose this setup, I would utilize one of those two compartments just for that. I was thinking, however, maybe I could make it work with the tin, like if potentially maybe I just did a wrap around if I looped it through maybe the hair tie first and then just had it dangling at the bottom, that might be a good way to bring the tin with me. Otherwise, I'm sure I could configure some other sort of system, but for the sake of being as pared down as possible, I think not having the tin for this sort of setup would probably be ideal, especially because, in all honesty, this set of brushes is meant for just one voyage. I don't intend on using them a whole lot after I get back, unless I do keep them in pretty good shape and they just sort of surprise me by being amazing brushes, low-key. If they're just like a sleep or build brush or something, then I'll keep them around. But otherwise, I'm not too worried if they get caked up or if paint dries on them or anything like that. So what would you take? Would you go with the feature-rich Edge Pro Gear Paintbook Mini and just lug around the extra weight for the sake of having all of the amenities of your studio? Or would you travel light, take only the essentials, and go with the New Wave Yugo push-out box? Let me know. Hopefully I figure it out too.